What's up, Amazon sellers? If you're using custom SKUs within your Amazon business, then watch this video because you might be selling your stock for less than you originally planned, and I'm going to tell you the fix to solve the problem. Stay tuned. Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson, and I've been selling on Amazon now, doing online arbitrage for the last 5 years. Now in the UK, I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller, check this out. In the USA, I'm a 6-figure Amazon seller, check this out. And hopefully in the near future, we're going to expand to another marketplace. And if you're interested in learning how I've done it, what I'm learning from my journey, then do make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. But hey, enough about me. What are we going to go through today? Well, first things first, number one, I'm going to give you a little bit of background into the problem today. Number two, I'm going to talk about what the real problem is that has been defined around using custom SKUs in the Amazon FBA model. And then also number three, I'm actually going to talk about what is the solution to this problem if you have this problem as well. So let's get started. Okay, so first things first, what I just want to say is this is a problem which we didn't even really notice was happening, but this is really based around using custom SKUs when you're doing fulfillment by Amazon. And it has a big impact in regards to the profitability of your Amazon business. But before I jump into that, I want to do a little bit of background in regards to some terminology we're going to use because it can get a bit complex, and also explaining how and why this is a problem. So let's kind of run through now. Let's start with what's known as an Amazon ASIN. Now this is a barcode, a 10-digit, should we say, product identifier that Amazon uses to identify a product listing. Now, for example, every listing on the Amazon marketplace has a unique ASIN, and no two listings are the same or use the same ASIN. So this is a unique barcode that Amazon creates to help control all of the listings within its database. Now, let's say, for example, when we want to sell a product on Amazon, we need to list the product under the correct listing. And how do we define the correct listing? Well, we make sure it's under the correct ASIN. And this is how Amazon knows what products we need to sell on Amazon, which products listing that product is selling on. Now, the next one to understand is how do we control our own inventory? Well, that is something called a SKU, or stock keeping unit. Now, a SKU is a unique reference that allows us as sellers to control our own inventory. So for every item we sell on Amazon or have in stock, there is going to be a seller SKU, and that is going to be linked to a corresponding Amazon ASIN. And that is how we control our inventory. Now, we can actually list two different SKUs under the same ASIN. So for example, we might have SKU 1 that links to ASIN X, and also SKU 2, which links to ASIN X. Now, these are both the same products on the Amazon marketplace, but maybe we've created two different SKUs on our side. Maybe because, they have different best before dates, or maybe even different buy prices. You want to record that in your SKU data. And that is absolutely possible, and you can do that within Amazon, and it's not against terms of service. Now, let's talk about what happens when you ship these items into Amazon's FBA warehouses. Now, when you ship your product, should we say, to Amazon under the FBA program, your product should have a barcode for Amazon to scan the product. Now, let's say, for example, you've got here's a product I found earlier. This is going to be my coffee. On the actual product, it's got a barcode right here. Now, that obviously is a barcode that Amazon can scan to identify what this actual product is. Simple. Now, there are two kinds of barcodes you can use for, Amazon FBA program. Now, the first one is the manufacturer barcode, which is the barcode on the actual item which the manufacturer puts on. Fantastic. Or you can cover this up and use your own barcode, which is called the Amazon barcode. Now, you might be asking, what's the difference between these two? Well, quite simply, the manufacturer barcode, these are the barcodes which came from the manufacturer when the item is being, delivered or shipped from the supplier to you. Now, according to Amazon Seller Central, the only eligible manufacturer barcodes are going to be UPC, EAN, JAN, or ISBN barcodes. Don't worry too much about them, but basically it's the barcode right here. Now, when you first create your Amazon Seller Central account, it's going to default to using what's known as the manufacturer barcode, that thing there, for all products that you ship to the Amazon FBA warehouses. Now, the second option is not to use the manufacturer barcode, but instead it's used what's known as an Amazon barcode. Now, an Amazon barcode is quite simply a barcode, a unique barcode that Amazon creates for your products. Basically, what's going to happen is you're going to print off the label itself, and then you're going to cover up the Amazon barcode with your Amazon barcode. And now that is the new barcode that Amazon is going to use to track your items through the Amazon FBA inventory system. Now, this is great. So don't worry, we're just kind of exploring the basics. Let's say, for example, our coffee, voila. And it's got a seller SKU which is linked to an Amazon ASIN, fantastic. And when we ship it to Amazon's warehouses, we can choose to use either the manufacturer barcode or print one off and stick one on top. So that's our choice. Now, sounds simple, right? But it's getting a little bit more complicated. Now, here comes another one, which I'm going to introduce you, which is called the FNSKU, or Fulfillment Network Stock Keeping Unit. Now, this is another SKU that we don't need to worry about, but is a unique SKU, stock keeping unit, which is an identifier that Amazon's warehouses uses to manage the stock within their warehouse. We don't need to worry, but quite simply, we can see it, but it's how Amazon manages the stock within their warehouses, obviously their distribution. Now, if you're going to use the manufacturer barcode, i.e. the one right here, the FNSKU is always going to be the Amazon ASIN if you ever look at Seller Central. Now, if you use the Amazon barcode option and cover this up, then Amazon is going to create a new FNSKU, which will always start with an X, and that will be the number on the sticker that you're going to cover up this barcode with, obviously when you stick it on. And you can see that again on Amazon Seller Central. Now, always think of the FNSKU as the way Amazon controls the movement of stock within its warehouses. So background information over, and I hope everything's been explained so far, and this is going to help you understand the problem and obviously the solution going forward. Now, you might be asking, what is the problem I discovered? Let's proceed now. Quick question for you guys. I just want to know how many of us are using the manufacturer barcode or Amazon barcode? Let me know in the comments down below, because what I'm about to show you might actually scare the living daylights out of you and you might want to change. So let me know if you're using the manufacturer barcode or the Amazon barcode in the comments down below. I'm interested to see how many of our viewers are using either one or the other. Let me know in the comments down below. This leads me nicely onto the second chapter. What is the actual problem? Oh no, look, this problem applies to you if you are an FBA seller using custom SKUs and you're using the manufacturer barcode for FBA product tracking. Now, before I jump into the actual problem itself, I just want to put up a big shout out to Gavin Sweeney for spotting the problem, and also Gravy, who created a great explain the video to really go into more detail about this. Now, if you want to see Gavin and Gravy's Twitter post about this, have a look in the description down below. I will share that, and I just want to say thank you to them for bringing this to the community and obviously making this clear so I can create this video today. Back to the problem. Now, let's say, for example, you've got two SKUs under the same ASIN. Let's call it SKU 1 links to ASIN X and SKU 2 links to ASIN X. SKU 1, let's say, for example, this might be priced at £20 to sell because, hey, you know what? You got it in a sale a while ago and it was a great price, and £20 gave you a really good ROI on selling it. But the product is now sold out, so that in your Amazon inventory, the listing is closed and inactive in your inventory. Now, let's say, for example, we've just found the same product again, but this time it's not on sale and we want to ship it into Amazon, and we want to ship in, say, 6 items. But this time we're going to price the product at £30 because, you know what, we didn't buy it so cheap, but it's still going to make a profit at the current market price, and, you know, the price is going to rise, so we think 30 is the thing. 30 is the price we'll set up. So remember, we've now got 2 SKUs in our inventory under the same ASIN. So SKU 1, sale price £20, it's closed, and also we've got SKU 2, which is going back to the same ASIN, but now it's sale price £30, and they're both going to be shipped into the Amazon FBA warehouses using the manufacturer barcode. Now, what happens next is that because you are using the manufacturer barcode, Amazon will give both SKU 1 and SKU 2 the same FNSKU, that is the stock keeping unit to control the stock within Amazon's warehouses. Now, because the FNSKU is the same for both SKUs under the one ASIN, when using manufacturer barcode, Amazon is going to do something. Amazon will make all offers of that FNSKU live, even if it is not the SKU, or should I say the SKU that you ship the stock under, or even if that SKU item is closed. Now, to show this clearly with you, let me show you a diagram on the screen now. Now, you've got here, should we say, a new SKU and an old SKU. Both of them have the same FNSKU because, again, they're using the manufacturer barcode. Now, you shipped 6 items into Amazon's warehouses under Seller Central. Now, Amazon will show 6 inbound items for the new SKU, and then also it will show another 6 for the old SKU. Now, what's going to happen is that when that stock arrives, both offers are going to go live, should we say, on the listing, and both offers are going to show 6 items in stock. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to have 2 offers on the listing page, both with 6 items in stock, and obviously one at the, should say, the original price and one at a different, the new price. Now, when a customer purchases an item, both SKUs are going to decrease by 1 unit in stock until all 6 units are gone. Now, the result of this is that you might have, should say, an older SKU at a lower price, and that is also going to go live on the offers page alongside the new SKU, which is with the higher price that you originally shipped it in under. Now, you and your products are going to be selling at a lower price than you originally planned because obviously both offers are going listing. And this is one of the reasons why we've potentially seen price crashing over the last couple of months, because a lot of people are now using custom SKUs, maybe not clearing them out when they are doing manufacturer barcode. Now, to show you proof of this, let me share with you a screenshot of, say, Gravy, who shared this, who really defined the problem. So I'll share it now onto the screen. Okay, so if you have a look here, just down the bottom part, what you're going to notice is this is a video from Gravy, so thank you so much for sharing this, is at the very bottom, he talks about here, he's got manufacturer barcode, and let's say, for example, his custom SKU is called manufacturer barcode _ 15.15. And then underneath that, he's got another SKU called manufacturer barcode 12.15. Remember, different prices. Now, I'm guessing that could be his buy price, not a problem. Now, the one thing you'll notice is he has linked both the same ASIN. So in the next row, you can see the same ASIN ending KPF. So 2 different SKUs linking to the same ASIN, and they have different buy prices. Now, what's really interesting is if you kind of move over to the right, you'll see that the FNSKUs, they are exactly the same. They are the Amazon ASIN. So the way they're being tracked within Amazon's marketplaces or within their warehouse is that they have the same item. Now, the one thing you've got to think about is within Amazon's warehouses, that's the kind of like the barcode they're using, that FNSKU, to track that stock. So when an item of stock comes into Amazon's warehouses and they scan it, they don't know which one of these 2 FNSKUs this product is supposed to relate to, because the FNSKUs are exactly the same. So hence why both FNSKUs go live at the same time, and both FNSKUs have stock, you should say, on their inbound, and stock obviously live available at the same time, and obviously you go 2 listings. So it's because the FNSKUs are exactly the same that Amazon actually makes both of them live at the same time. It creates a very interesting dilemma, but it's a problem which we've identified through Gavin Sweeney and also Gravy, so a really big thank you to them. Now, if you want to know more about Gravy's video and actually see that, I'll drop a link down below to his YouTube video about the actual problem, how he explains it. It was really good. Do check that out. Now, this leads me nicely onto the actual solution. Now, you might be wondering, we know the problem, what is the solution? So quite simply, there's 2 options you can think of. Now, the first solution for you is stop using manufacturer barcode, which is the one on the product, start sticking your own product label on, and use the Amazon barcode. Basically, by using the Amazon barcode, it's going to stop this problem. Why? Because each SKU is going to have its own FNSKU sticker, which means obviously everything is unique across that. So it's going to really help you. Now, another good thing about this is that repricing is not going to be a problem. And to show you how to enable Amazon barcode repricing is not going to be a problem. Now, if you want to know how to enable Amazon barcode, what I'll do now is I'll quickly jump on my computer and show you how to turn that on. Super, super simple. Okay, so here we are logged in. First things first, you just want to come into up the top, and you want to be going to your fulfillment by Amazon settings. Click on that. It's going to take you through. And then what we're waiting for this to do now is to come down, and we're going to be looking at, let's have a quick look. It's going to be Amazon FBA barcode preferences, barcode preference. See, mine's turned to Amazon barcode. If we click edit, you can flick between manufacturer barcode, which is the one on the product, or the Amazon barcode, which we have selected, which means you're putting a sticker on, choose the Amazon barcode and click update. That's it, super simple. And every time now you create a shipment, it's going to give you stickers, the labels to print out and stick on your products. Solve the problem. Now, if you want to know where to go to get that, just a straight link, I'll drop it down in the description, and that'll be a direct link to that actual Amazon barcode setting. Now, the second option is quite simply stop using custom SKUs. Now, if you are using the manufacturer barcode for your products, you can stop using custom SKUs. That's just going to stop the whole problem. So use 1 SKU for each ASIN, problem solved, but obviously you're not going to trap the data. So generally, if you're doing things like wholesale and it isn't cost effective to use, say, Amazon barcode, then really you've got to stop using custom SKUs because it's going to cause this problem. The other option you could do is just make sure you're deleting out all old SKUs, but it does get a bit complex and it could cause this problem. So top tip, stop using custom SKUs. Now, before I end this video, again, I just want to put a big shout out to Gavin Sweeney and Gravy for sharing, investigating and understanding and learning about this problem. My God, there are a lot of big sellers out there, and it's because of Gavin's investigation skills that really found found this problem, and obviously him and Gravy as well for really defining it and helping the solution. So again, a big shout out to them. So I just want to say thank you. And obviously if you want to get in contact and look at that, have a look at their Twitter feeds down below. Trust me, I think you're going to learn a lot. Now, what I will say is hopefully you've learned a little bit about inventory management today, and hey, potentially stopping you from losing money by selling at a price that you don't want to. But another thing we want to do, or should I say avoid making losses, is make sure we manage our cash flow. Now, if you're interested in learning about how to manage your cash flow within your business and how I do it in my business as well, then what I'll do is I'll drop my cash flow management video around here. Check that out. We've got a Google Sheet as well, which really helps you manage it. I think it's really going to change the game, and it's helped me grow to 7 figures. But hey, hopefully you've liked this video. If you have, give me a big thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button down below. That's for myself, Thomas Parkinson, and FastTrackFBA. Thank you very much.